안녕하세요. Riding on the Korean wave. Welcome to Friday's edition of The Culture Wave. I'm Kwon So-ah in Seoul. Explore with us Korea's culture from all aspects and stay up to date with K-contents, K-trends, K-diplomacy, K-everything. Now, joining me today is our co-host, Bella Kim. Hello, Bella.
Hi, Soa. Happy Friday, Soa.
Happy Friday.
And happy Friday to everyone joining us today on The Culture Wave. I'm Bella, here to co-host and fill you guys in with the latest in K-entertainment.
And we are also joined by a member of Saja Boys.
Oh.
Well, it's not Jinwoo from Saja Boys or from K-pop Demon Hunters, but it's Konu, our culture correspondent. Welcome.
Hi guys, it's not Jinwoo, but Konu in the studio right now. Good to see you guys again, and also a big hello to our viewers. It's been a while. I was busy auditioning for Saja Boys, but I didn't pass the audition, so I came back. Anywho, I got some interesting stories just for you today as well, so stay tuned.
Well, I know that you are a good dancer, though.
I know. Can you show us some moves?
I'm a desire, I'ma be an idol. Okay, that was good enough. But I see why you didn't make it into the actual group.
I already know. You don't need to mention it.
Okay, but we love to talk about K-pop Demon Hunters,
definitely.
and today I'm especially excited about the story that you brought for us today. So go ahead.
Yes, so I'm also thrilled to share this exclusive interview with K-pop Demon Hunters director Maggie Kang. Meeting her in person, I just realized she's the nicest, kindest person in the world. And I got to know just how much effort was put into to make this global hit animation. Well, I'm pretty sure there are just 3 people left in the world that haven't seen the movie yet. Let's first take a look at my interview, spotlighting her journey and even a sneak peek of what's next. Homecoming Golden. After shaking the world with K-pop Demon Hunters, director Maggie Kang has returned to Korea, the home of K-pop.
Well, every time I come to Seoul, I feel like I'm home. So when the plane touches down, I just think to myself, oh, I'm home now.
Having spent lots of summers in Seoul as a young girl, Kang says her back and forth life between Korea and abroad became a deep source of inspiration.
All the summers I spent in Seoul, I was here. I was experiencing it firsthand. And that memory just kind of stays with you. And that paired with all the kind of pop culture and references that I learned from Western culture.
Back then, her love for K-pop was often dismissed by her friends abroad. But now she feels a massive shift to how K-culture is embraced in the West, making her proud to be a Korean.
Well, when I was a little bit more insecure, I hid it from people. But the older I got, I knew that I've always just had this like strong Korean pride. And then to see Korean culture, now it's kind of unavoidable. You go to a fast food restaurant and there's like a gochujang flavor of chicken wings, completely accepted into mainstream.
Seeing the rise of K-pop's popularity, Kang says she wanted the film to reflect that connection with fans, not tied to just one idol group.
And so it is really a mix. You know, when they see Huntrix, they think, I'm a fan of this group. And so for me, Huntrix is this group. I just wanted to make a film for every K-pop fan to enjoy in their own way.
The movie took around 7 years to make, leaving a question. How did she manage to stay relevant and trendy?
It's really about the story and really staying true to what the fans are, what the audience is going to connect with. From the very beginning, that was really set. It was all a culmination of everybody's like favorite things.
With global fans still excited about the movie, Kang gave us a sneak peek of a potential sequel.
There's a lot of ideas that didn't make it in. So I would love to feature new demons, you know, that are different visually and different types of music. And I think there's a lot of backstories that we can flesh out and give the fans a little bit, you know, more information on.
Can you give us a message for all the roomies outside watching?
that are struggling for finding their dreams and trying to pursue their career that they want.
Stay true to yourself, and if you feel scared, you're probably doing something right. Once you create any work of art or put anything out there that's a part of yourself, that's what people want to see. That's what people connect to the most.
At the end of the day, Kang stressed the film carries one true message: don't be scared of who you are. Echoing the lyrics of K-pop Demon Hunters' theme song, Golden. I'm done hiding. Now I'm shining like I'm born to be.
Well, one Rumi here is very proud to be Korean.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Well, I have to say it is really thanks to director Maggie Kang that she herself followed the message, don't be scared of who you are. That's why we are able to have met this masterpiece.
Of course.
But Konu, do you have any interesting stories, behind stories to share from the interview with director Kang?
I do, of course. I heard many fascinating stories with her, with the one-on-one talk with her. And she refers to all the scenes as her children and admitted that bringing them to life was far from easy.
One of the scenes that I'm most proud of is the very opening scene where we see the old-time original hunters and we see Korean culture from the Joseon era to modern day. It's such a short moment, but for me, being someone who's Korean, it was just such an emotional feeling to see our tradition just on screen.
She added that it took a long time to approve. Actually, it was the very last scene to be approved because the production team wanted to learn and put all the expertise they learned into it. And during her visit to Arirang to join our special show K-pop The Next Chapter, she also shared how much effort went into the final scene, especially in portraying traditional attire like the kat you're seeing on the screen right now. And one other interesting fact she revealed was about the main character, Rumi. She said her daughter was actually named after the character. And it doesn't stop there, as the voice acting and singing for the younger version of Rumi were also done by her daughter, Rumi.
Wow, those are some new facts that we know now. And apart from visiting Arirang, where have director Kang also visited while she was visiting Korea?
So she visited the National Museum of Korea yesterday after the craze of, the Korean culture-related merchandise selling out just globally. And there she met with the museum's director and shared her thoughts on creating the adorable tiger character, Durfee, explaining she was inspired by Korean folk paintings depicting tigers. She's also attending a press conference in Yongsan today, right now at this moment. So I'll be bringing the highlights from the event in our nightly newscast later on.
And I'll make sure to tune in. Thank you very much, Konu, for that. And I also want to say thank you to director Maggie Kang.
Thank you, Kanu.
Thank you.
And now time for K-Inter News with Bella Kim. Bella, let's begin with a group that has just released a new album before our show.
That's right. Stray Kids have just dropped their fourth album, Karma, this afternoon. That's Friday, Korea time. The album's title track, Karma, delivers the message, when bad karma comes, we will calm it down with our good karma. The title track ceremony is a collaboration of EDM and Bailey Funk that celebrates their success built through their efforts and sweat. The group's producing unit, Sriracha, who are Bang Chan, Changbin, and Han, took part in producing all 11 tracks of this album, reinforcing their identity as a self-producing group. Recently, Stray Kids set numerous records through their latest world tour, Dominate, with 54 performances in 34 regions.
And our next story, Bella, is something that probably Konu and director Maggie Kang will like to hear.
Definitely. K-pop Demon Hunters will have a special sing-along screening for the very first time in Korea at the 30th Busan International Film Festival. This special sing-along screening will be held at Dongsa University Soyang Theater Sinan Card Hall, inviting audience members to join in the singing film's hit songs such as How It's Done, Soda Pop, Golden, and Your Idol that have swept across the globe. This will prove a thrilling experience to explore the musical elements of the film in theater. KPop Demon Hunters blends the astonishing world of K-pop with occult genre. And for people planning to visit BIF, the detailed schedule for this special screening will be announced on the official website of BIF.
Well, Bella, let's work on our high notes and join BIF.
Definitely.
And speaking of BIF and films, we're now going to talk about an impressive record by a Korean film.
My Daughter is a Zombie has set a box office record, holding the top spot at the box office for 23 consecutive days since its release on July 30th. The film has maintained the longest duration of being #1 at the box office this year, surpassing the #1 streaks of Mickey 17 and The Match, both released earlier this year. And not only that, immediately upon its release, it achieved the highest opening score for a Korean comedy film in history and also became the highest grossing film of the year, surpassing 4 million viewers. My Daughter is a Zombie is a story of a father, Jung-hwan, trying to protect his daughter, Sua, who has turned into a zombie. The film is still at the theaters, so check it out if you haven't yet.
I might watch it twice. Well, thank you very much, Bella, for those updates. Stick around.
Yes, will do.
And now let's go over to our AI anchor, Ari, for more on the culture front. Ari?
Hello and welcome to your AI guide to the latest cultural updates from Korea. Here's our top story. Amid surging global interest in Korean culture, the National Museum of Korea has welcomed more than 4 million visitors so far this year. From January through August 20th, attendance reached 4,073,000, nearly double the figure from last year. The museum has steadily gained popularity, attracting nearly 4.2 million visitors in 2023, and ranking 6th among the world's most visited museums, according to the UK's art newspaper. The museum's annual attendance is on track to set a new record this year, fueled in part by the success of the smash hit animated film KPop Demon Hunters. On Thursday, the film's director, Maggie Kang, visited the museum and toured the exhibits with museum director Yoo Jin. Korea's largest art fairs, Free Seoul and Kiev Seoul, will kick off at Seoul's Ko-X on September 3rd. The two fairs will showcase a wide range of works, from multi-billion-won masterpieces to works by emerging artists, presented by galleries from Korea and abroad. Free Seoul will feature more than 120 galleries worldwide, highlighting works from American abstract pioneer Adolf Gottlieb, Japanese pop artist Takashi Murakami, and leading Korean artists such as Ha Jong-hyun and Kim Min-shin. Kiev Seoul, or Korea International Art Fair, will bring together 175 galleries, about 1/3 of which are international. A modern reinterpretation of the Joseon dynasty's royal ritual dance, 종묘 제례악, is captivating audiences. The performance by the Seoul Metropolitan Dance Theater titled 일묘, meaning one dance, premiered in 2022, and has since evolved each year with refinements in choreography, costumes, and staging. Praised for embodying the Korean aesthetics of restraint and empty space, 일묘 reflects the evolution of traditional values into a modern language. Creative director Jung Woo noted that while the production maintains Korea's traditional roots, it seeks to present transformation for today's audiences. 일묘 runs at the Sejong Center for the Performing Arts through Sunday, before moving to the Gangneung Arts Center on August 29th and the Daegu Arts Center on September 4th and 5th. That's all from me. Stay tuned to the Culture Wave.
South Korean President Lee Jae-myung and U.S. President Donald Trump will hold their first summit talks in Washington, D.C. on the 25th of August. Along with politics and diplomacy, cooperation between the two countries is continuing in the field of culture and arts. Today, we want to examine Korean-American collaborations in dramas, films, as well as the performing arts. For that, we're joined by culture critic Professor Ji Hae-won at Kyung University. Welcome, Professor Ji.
Hello, Professor.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Now, first off, recently there has been a surge in creative collaborations between South Korea and the U.S. So it seems that this has kind of become a K-wave genre of its own. So what are your thoughts?
Well, that's true. There are already countless of work of K-pop or K-musical that are created through the collaborations between the Korean and American creators. So from a broader perspective, Korean original series produced by global OTTs such as Netflix, Disney Plus, or the Amazon Prime can also be considered examples of collaboration between Korea and the US. And it is true that global collaboration has become a trend in recent years, and particularly collaboration between Korea and American creators, producers, and platforms are notable.
And let's now break it down a bit into categories and talk about the streaming platforms. Today, we're going to see a new joint Korea-American drama coming out that's going to air here in Korea today called Butterfly. Can you tell us more?
Yes, Butterfly is a spy thriller series based on the novel of the same name. The renowned Korean-American actor Daniel Dae Kim stars and also executive produces Butterfly through his production company 380, which developed the series under a deal with Amazon MGM Studios. This series is filmed in Korea, and Kim Jin-min, who directed Netflix's extracurricular 인간 수업, My Name and Goodbye Earth, 정말의 바보, participated in directing part of the series, and also the writer group also includes a couple of Korean-American creators. So Butterfly was previously released on Amazon Prime on the 13th and will be premiered today on TVN. So I'm so looking forward to watching this series, as it is a work that they closely collaborated because Korean and American creators and actors throughout the entire creative and production process.
Butterfly is something that I'm very waiting for too, because it's one of my favorite genre. So looking forward to that. Maybe I'll catch it tonight. But I'm curious, how are these collaborative works, they work together? How are they being made? And what do you think are some of the strengths of working together?
Most original series on global OTT platform, including Squid Game and Moving, are created by Korean production companies, and Netflix or Disney Plus invest in the production cost and distribute them on their platforms. But however, in this case, Butterfly is different. Butterfly is an American series created and produced by an American production company, and it features an international cast, Korean staff, filmed in Korea, and distributed through the global OTT and Korean local cable TV, TVN as well. So this is the rare case, an American drama being simultaneously distributed on global OTT and Korean local broadcasting station.
Can't wait to talk more about this once it's out. And now let's talk about performance arts. Maybe Happy Ending, of course, the award-winning Korean original musical, 6 Tony Awards.
Right.
And this one is a really great example of collaboration between a Korean writer or lyricist and an American composer. But there are more such performances.
Right. The Great Gatsby is another example of Korean-U.S. collaboration that the process is different. While Maybe Happy Ending was a work developed and premiered in Korea first, and then developed by the American producers and brought to Broadway, The Great Gatsby was developed and premiered in the States first by the Korean producers Shin Chun-soo in collaboration with American creators. The Great Gatsby is the first Broadway show that was produced by Korean producer. So actually the touring production arrived in Seoul earlier this month and continues its run at GS Art Center until November.
I mean, speaking of The Great Gatsby, it has all foreign cast, and it has first toured in the U.S. and also UK. So at first glance, I'm like, is this the collaboration between Korean and American? But it is, right? Can you please explain on that?
It is, but yeah, I understand. I totally understand. It is a little confusing since all of the creative staff and the actors are American citizens, and one might wonder, is this truly a collaboration between the Korea and the U.S.? So I totally understand that. However, in the production process, the producer is not simply responsible for the production cost. So, but he is also the one who makes many artistic decisions and guides all overall directions. Therefore, it can be said that The Great Gatsby is a result of producer Shin Chun-soo's production expertise, so that he has accumulated over the years. So in addition to producing locally licensed production like Jekyll and Hyde or Man of La Mancha, producer Shin Chun-soo has also consistently collaborated with the overseas creatives and production team for the work such as Dr. Zhivago or Dreamgirls. So he has a lot of experiences and expertise in producing shows. So I think this is a collaboration.
Okay, we'll try to catch Great Gatsby in Korea as well as maybe Happy Ending, because we're also expecting that to be in Korea as well.
Yeah,
yes.
right.
But now let's move over to movies. So made by directors with a Korean background, we have Minari and Past Lives. They both capture both Korean as well as North American sentiments. So these have all attracted audiences from around the world. Why do you think that is? What was their approach?
Right. Minari was directed by Korean-American director Lee Isaac Chung, and Past Lives was directed by Korean-Canadian Celine Song. So although their themes differ, both works deal with the story of immigrants, so reflecting the director's own perspectives on life as a foreigner. So therefore, although these films were produced in the United States or as a Korean-American co-production, they included a complex Korean sensibility. So, and the experience and emotions expressed through the eyes of immigrants are probably the reason these films have been able to attract the attention of international audiences.
And when working on these collaborations, what are some of the things that need to be considered for smooth progress when creators from different nationalities or backgrounds are working together on one single project?
I believe that collaboration in cultural content creation begins with the understanding and respect for one another. So it is not easy for creators, producers, and actors from different backgrounds to work together to satisfy the audiences from different cultures. So as they pursue global collaboration to capture the larger market, I think the process of creating and producing work together with a broader perspective and mindset will be crucial.
Well, I don't want to end on a negative note, but I hear there are also some issues regarding copyrights issues and revenue distribution. So do you have something to say regarding those concerns?
Right. To foster global collaborations, I believe fundamental framework within the production environment need to be aligned with the global standards as well. For instance, the genre-specific application of domestic copyright law to creators' rights and loyalties as well would be one aspect to be modified. This is because compared to overseas market, the domestic production environment has aspects where creators' rights and royalties are less protected. So I think the application of copyright law need to be refined to accommodate the specific characteristics of industries such as media, live performance, and diverse cultural content, including K-pop, K-novels, webtoons, and etc.
Well, let's hope that we will be able to see more of this cooperation with no limitations, and especially after the upcoming bilateral summit between the presidents of South Korea and the U.S. Maybe we'll see even more expansion of cultural cooperation.
I hope so.
Well, thank you very much, Professor Z, for your insights.
Thank you very much.
And thank you, Bella, as always. Have a great weekend and see you next week.
Yes, I'll see you back next week.
Thank you for spending the past half an hour with us on the Culture Wave. Have a great weekend, everyone. Maybe with some of the collaborative contents we touched upon today. And we'll be back next week, Monday to Friday, 2 p.m. Korea time.